Lucas Glover, whose wife was arrested on May 13 in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, and charged with domestic battery and resisting arrest without violence, plans to return to the PGA Tour this week at the Memorial. In a statement issued to GolfChannel.com, Glover said, "After a few weeks away, I am looking forward to playing in the Memorial. My family and I are very appreciative of the support that we've received. We again ask for the continued respect for our privacy as we work through this process." Memorial Tournament, articles, photos and videos. According to The Street, Johns County Sheriff's Office, Krista Glover, 36, attacked and injured Hershey Henley, Lucas Glover's mother, and spent the night in the street. Johns County Jail. She was released on $2,500 bond. A pretrial hearing for Krista Glover has been set for June 22. She has pleaded not guilty to both charges. The order was issued on Monday following Krista Glover's arrest, which stemmed from an altercation with her husband and his mother. Article tags: Lucas Glover, Krista Glover, 2018 Memorial Tournament, Stillwater, Oklahoma. Scott Limbaugh's heart sank even before he opened the text message from his father. He knew his team was headed home. On a wild final day of stroke play qualifying that at one point saw 9 teams within 3 shots, 4th-ranked Vanderbilt was the best team left out of match play at the NCAA Championship. The Commodores were one of the pre-tournament favorites, but they couldn't overcome a final round 304, their worst score of the season, by 8 shots, and finished 1 shot back of Texas A. "It stings," Limbaugh said. "I had a feeling about this team, so it's tough right now. But we didn't go take it. And when you leave it in others' hands, you go leaving like this." Even with a 16-over final round, Vanderbilt appeared to be safe when team leader Theo Humphrey rolled in a 10-foot eagle putt on the 72nd hole. John Augenstein yanked his tee shot into the pond on 18 and made bogey. They watched the rest of the final round in the locker room, until it appeared they might be in line for a playoff. Limbaugh sent the team down to the range to practice, but Texas A. NCAA Men's D Championship, Team Scoring NCAA Men's D Championship, Individual Scoring. Limbaugh received a text from his father, who was standing by the final green, before they showed the clinching putt on TV. "I did not think this would happen," Limbaugh said. Host Oklahoma State overtook Duke on the final day, to earn the top seed. No team on either the men's and women's side has won both the stroke play and match play portion of the NCAA championship. Duke held the top spot after a course record 12-under round on Sunday. The Blue Devils were 30 shots worse on the final day. "I couldn't care less how many strokes different we were," Duke coach Jamie Green said. "The only thing that matters is that we're in match play." Texas Tech grabbed the 3rd spot despite playing without its best player, senior Frederick Nile, who opted not to compete because of a lingering back injury. Defending champion Oklahoma received a huge 72 from 5th man Garrett Reband, who was 20 over par for the first 3 rounds, and earned the 4th spot, even though the Sooners are now on the same side of the bracket as chief rival Oklahoma State. SEC champion Auburn advanced to match play for the first time, while Alabama rose from 9th to 6th after clutch shots late from Davis Riley, Lee Hodges and Jonathan Hardy. Texas shot the low round of the day, a 5 over 293, and eked into match play after seniors Doug Gim and Scotty Scheffler both birdied the 72nd hole. Vanderbilt wasn't the only top team heading home early. Illinois saw its run of 5 consecutive match play appearances end with an 11th place showing. Stillwater, Oklahoma. Augusta still owns Carson Creek. 7 years after Patrick Reed helped lead tiny Augusta State to back-to-back NCAA championships here in the heart of cowboy country, another player from Augusta won the NCAA individual title on Wednesday. And this may have been an even bigger shocker. Augusta senior Brock Everett, the 152nd ranked player in the country, prevailed in a sudden death playoff over Auburn freshman Brandon Manchino to win the biggest prize in college golf. "It's an incredible feeling," he said. "I can't even describe it honestly right now." Everett redshirted his first year at Augusta and heard rumblings from the coaches that he might not be good enough to stick around there. His biggest highlights during his freshman season, he wrote in his website bio, were a third-place finish at the Ottumwa Amateur and a runner-up showing at the Des Moines City Championship. NCAA Men's D Championship, Team Scoring NCAA Men's D Championship, Individual Scoring. I put up some decent scores where Coach Jack O'Keefe was like, "Okay, you can stay around and keep working hard," because he saw that I worked hard every day and didn't settle for just staying the same, Everett said. "I was always trying to progress and keep getting better. Coach gave me the opportunity to just keep growing every single year." Everett took his greatest leaps this season. Though his national ranking had yet to reflect it, he entered the NCAA championship with 3 consecutive top 3 finishes, including in the MEAC championship and NCAA regional in Raleigh. Here at Carson Creek, the left-hander was the only player to break par all 4 rounds and shot 7 under 281, a 72-hole tournament course record that was enough to tie Manchino, the SEC Freshman of the Year. In the playoff, Everett knocked his third shot on the par 5 18th hole to 15 feet and rolled in the putt to become one of the most surprising individual champions in recent memory. "I knew I was playing pretty good up to this point," he said. "I had a month of really good golf these last few weeks, and I was just trucking along." It's another huge boost for Augusta, which had fallen on hard times after the Red-led run of back-to-back national titles in 2010-11. "We have the Masters champion this year from Augusta State, now we have the individual champion," O'Keefe said. "It's pretty special times, and Augusta is a pretty special place, and golf is very important there. We're trying to get better each day, and things in situations like this allow us to branch out and keep our program moving." Stillwater, Ocala. The relief of barely sneaking into match play at the NCAA championship didn't last long for Texas A. He checked the scores on his phone and realized the monumental task ahead. The top 2 ranked teams in the country were about to face off in the NCAA quarterfinals. "Gotta play Oklahoma State sometime," he shrugged. "I would have liked it to be in the championship, but to win this, you're going to have to beat them. It just shouldn't be in the quarterfinals. In no other sport can the nose 1 and 2 ranked teams play in any other setting than the final match, and yet that's exactly what will go down here at 7:50 a.m. Tuesday at Carson Creek, where Oklahoma State and Texas A. The winner of Oklahoma State-Texas A. Those are the nose 1, 2, 3 and 9 ranked teams in the country, including the defending NCAA champions. On the other side of the bracket, Duke will face off against Texas, while Texas Tech takes on Alabama. The national ranks 6, 13, 15, 28. Those coaches can sleep easy, knowing that one of the top 2 teams will be headed home by noon Tuesday. NCAA Men's D Championship, Team Scoring NCAA Men's D Championship, Individual Scoring. Since 2009, the match play bracket has been determined by a team's position after 72 holes of stroke play qualifying. So at the biggest event of the year, the NCAA renders season-long performance meaningless and sets the bracket based solely on a qualifier. That means Oklahoma State's reward for a 10-win season, 4 more than any other team in NCAA Division I, was a date with the second-best squad in the country. "I'm not going to worry about that too much," Oklahoma State coach Alan Braden said. "We get to play Texas A." In the first year of the match play era, in 2009, Oklahoma State and Georgia faced off in the Tuesday morning quarterfinals. They were easily the top 2 teams in the country, and the hotly contested match came down to the final hole. Georgia prevailed in a stunner, but the Bulldogs were so gassed in the afternoon that they lost. By the end of the day, the clear-cut top 2 teams in the country were gone, when they shouldn't have even been able to face each other until the finals. In this current format, a team's national ranking means virtually nothing. The national ranking determines seeding for regionals. It determines the pairings for the first 2 rounds of the NCAA championship. So, why not again after 72 holes of qualifying? The qualifier should be used to determine the 8 teams for match play, nothing more. Those in support of the current format point to a tournament like the U.S. Amateur, which uses 36 holes of stroke play and then a match play bracket without reseeding. But it's an apples and oranges comparison. At the U.S. Amateur, a player can finish last at every amateur event that summer, then catch lightning in a bottle, qualifying for the event, winning stroke play and rolling into match play. That can't happen in college golf because of the .500 rule. If a team finishes last in every tournament, it can't even reach regionals, let alone the NCAA championship. Season-long performance matters, or at least it's supposed to. The solution here is mind-bogglingly easy. Reseed after stroke play based on national ranking, either the ranking that the team arrived with at nationals, or spit out the new ranking after running the 72-hole scores through the computer. In that scenario, Oklahoma State 1 would play Duke, 28, Texas A. But it does increase the possibility, and that's what a knockout-style bracket is supposed to do.